Neat litter of pigs. They're sired by Absolute. And as I mentioned earlier, we're not going to talk about Absolute as much in this offering or this season. In fact, we didn't have many litters out of himself. We used his sons quite a bit, and certainly starting to get some of his daughters worked in. But his presence is still very real and very big in our program. And even saying all that, I know Boots has mentioned this. I mean, the Absolutes that are in the sale, these were pretty strategic matings based on what we've learned. And I really like a lot of things about these 214s. Their mom is a 50 litter. She's a who made who, made to order on BKS's sister. She would be a sister. The mother of these 214s would be a sister to the Byers family's pigs that won, that was Reserve Division 1 at Houston last year in 23. Riley would have showed him in the other cross division. He was reserve. That was a good pig from start to finish for the Byers family. We've got 3 sisters to him. I don't know that they all looked identical to that Barra, but they are very high quality. Dash 17 is actually the mother of this litter. So again, she'd be a who made who, made to order on BKS's sister, bred back to Absolute, and that's how we get to the 214.
Good stuff here again, and I think just encompasses all the stuff that can typically make this project challenging. And I say that because I think this thing's skeleton, his maturity, his look, his presence, all that stuff aligns with him very, very well. He's a strong-footed bear that's good in the angle up front. He's got a good hip and a good type of rear leg and rear joint design laid into him. And on top of that, he's got a stout mug that's exotic up front. Muscle and rib shape reads right, just more immature and just a little bit greener yet in terms of his body. But again, I think that's okay, and I think that's a good thing that a lot of times in the buying process we get hung up on the big, stout, chubby, woofy ones and overlook these more immature, skinnier ones that are, that are going to feed. There's no doubt to me that this thing's bone, his skeleton, his muscle, all that stuff's laid into him the right way. And when it all kind of comes together and surfaces and comes together as a finished product, that you're going to be pretty happy here because your pig's going to have the right kind of build, the right kind of maturity to get there, but then still have the extras in terms of bone, skull, and fuzz to go with it. Good stuff here in this 216.